Let my colleague Minnie to start with the presentation. She's doing the introduction part. Then after, Sabina will be telling you what we did for our assumptions and where were the problems we faced. And then I'll be telling you how we manage the worst case scenarios, the few other scenarios. We'll go in detail after the presentation starts. And Nabin will be ending the presentation by telling you about what were the milestones and how we came up with certain figures. And yeah, that would be it. And yeah, we can start.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Minnie. Some of my team members include Sabina, Nabin, and Parth. So today we do about the place poverty three-way budget model. So the first one, I want to talk about what is place property. So place property is not an agent. It is a social platform. The landowner manages directly home without going through the real estate agent. Place property charges 2% on each transaction made from rent, and place property platform is free for landlord, tenant, and service provider. So the problem we got to talk about launched in 2016 by co-founder Jack, Domenic, and Jeremy. So Jeremy Goff is the CEO and founder of Place Property, has started business providing innovation to big problems. Jeremy has asked us to advise him on whether this opportunity is worthwhile, how long the business break even, and the last one is how much invest he will need. We give some solution for these problems. To answer this question, for now, Sabina will explain more about the three-day budget.
Thank you, Minnie. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, my warm greetings to all of you. And my slide will describe you the three-way budget model and its importance. So, three-way budget model is the combination of all key three financial report into one consolidated forecast. It links the profit and loss, balance sheet, and cash flows together so we can forecast our future cash position and financial health. So all the assumptions and drivers are driven by our genuine historic informations, and all the real-time data are from cloud accounting, and it also helps to make our forecast more accurate, more robust, and it gives you the best possible insight into future cash positions. So it also tells us about the budget, revenue and expenses, cash requirement and planning, investment required, break-even analysis, best case, most likely, and worst case scenarios. So basically, cash flows make us to understand that it makes you and your management more confident about your cash position and make your business more attractive to your potential investors and lenders. And it helps to make your financial stability both now and in the future. And coming to the next slide, we see the bar graph showing the expenses of our place property over the period of 5 years. And here we see that salary and wages is occupying highest expenses over the 5 years, and then rent is occupying in second position, and the advertising and marketing is in third position. So expenses is the important part of all the business. So keeping track of all the expenses in your business is really important. Profitability is also measured through the income and expenses. And after the assumptions is the data where we accepted is true but without the proof. So it also helps to develop the strategy, planning, and our decisions. And here are some assumptions we done in our project. So some of them are rent for $475 per week, and the new listings is $35 per month, and owner salaries is $6,500 and 87 per month. Marketing and promotions occupies $1,000 per month. And I want to let you my team member Joshi to go to the next slide. Thank you.
All right, just going in more detail with those assumptions was basically we just came up roughly, but as per my experience and as per I've talked to people around, it's roughly 35 to 40% of the revenue goes to your marketing and promotion cost. The only highest figure we found in expense was moreover on the wages, few of the legal fees, and obviously the marketing and advertising. Why advertising and marketing? Because it's more of a word of mouth. The company is basically not out there loud, but still it's trying to progress and improve on daily basis. Moving on with the presentation, we came up first with the assumptions, and then we punched in a few keys and stuff with help of Domenic. I'm sure this is all just figures, looks prettier on the spreadsheet, but people like Domenic and all, they have everything in their head. So we came up with worst case scenario, the break even most likely, and the best case. So as per input field, which was 35 houses generating every month, we came up with, let's say only, what if we do only 140 for 1 year? So that's not good. We make a good loss over there. How about we go break even, and if we did only 770 for 1 year, that was fair enough. We did some profit over there, or at least a break even. And then we starting assuming more and more, and we came up with few of those figures, and then we saw a good profit. And then we thought, oh, this company can actually do good if we have a sales assistant. And then there we thought of getting a good sales assistant and to increase a little bit more expense, but to have generating more revenue over the few years after. So that was the best case after we got the sales assistant in 2024. And as you can see, we're doing really good bills over there. This is our P&L for next 5 years. This is also saying what company will be marketing value at the end of 5 years. Well, in Australia, I think it's a rule. Any business needs 1,000 days to be stabilized. Mm-hmm. Without 1,000 days, you can't make that judgment whether or not will business having any market or a good market value after, just starting up or launching up. So yes, as I said, in 2020 and 2021, we didn't had any profit. So we didn't came up with any market value. But since we gradually started making profit, and after a few years, we can see, there has to be 1.5 million. That's mistake.
No, that's correct. Because the valuation's at 5.
That's valuation.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, valuation.
That's right. That's right.
1.04 is your profit.
Yeah.
So we came up with that valuation for the 2024 year. Further on, for the milestones, I'll let Nabin tell you.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Joshi, for your time. So, at the end of 5 years, so what we achieved from the 5 years, after working out all those numbers and figures. So, starting with 2020, so we listed 630 properties in the first year because it was just the startup of the business. We didn't get much property at the first. So, on the second year, in 2021, we got 770 properties in a year. In 2021, and in the same year we get break-even point, which is almost at the end of second year. which is good at least because no any of the company get profit in the like first or second year generally. And similarly in 2022 we got 1,000 property listed, and after that we got 2023 we got 2,000, and at the last we got 2024. So we got 4,000 property listed, which is quite expected because after running the 5 years for business, we expect those sort of amount. So what are the key takeaways, or what are the solutions for the problems that we got in the beginning slides, as one of my friends talked about these problems. So what's the amount that the owner or the company needs to put in to get the profit or to get the break even? So all the company wants like 300,000 to get the profit for their business. So if they got 3,000 in the business, they can run the business, otherwise they will be in trouble. So similar to as the break even. So how long can the company go on like loss? So we can say that the company will go on loss for 21 months. After 21 months, break-even point will exist, and for the break-even point, we're gonna need 700 properties to list it and to make the profit. So similarly, what's the earning for the 5 year at the end of 5 year, or how much the business will worth at the end of 5 year? So it will be worth around like 1.5 million to 2 million in the next 5 years. This is quite fair enough. So that's all the presentations. Thank you, everyone.
Well done. I would like to have a smooth conclusion. What have you got out of it? The whole exercise that you have been doing hard work. I mean, I heard that you are the most hard-working team in the whole campus. Now, what have you got? I mean, ups and downs, negatives, positive, whatever, just for everyone.
8.
Over 8, over 15.
8 three-way budgets, maybe 10. Without a doubt, you explained it the best. So really well done. Your knowledge was really, really good.
Minnie had